Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Club Marylands. We're at the Cauldron, the home of Club Marylands Bowling Club. And we've got our women's major pairs semi-final, which will be followed up by our women's pairs final. And the ladies currently are just finishing up their trial ends, and then we'll be live in commentary. You got me, myself, Gavin Holburn, and we've got Tony Wood with us.
Morning,
Morning,
Gavin.
Tony.
How are you, Gav?
Good, mate. Big weekend for live stream. We've
Yeah.
got this particular game followed by the final this afternoon, and then tomorrow we've got the major singles for both the women in the morning and the men immediately following.
Yeah, it should be a good weekend. Lots of bowls. Just getting used to this new setup. First time I've been in here on the live stream since we've got this upgrade.
So last couple of bowls in the trial ends coming down now, and then we'll be into the particular game. And next door we have the other semi-final. So, Tony, if you would like to let us know who's playing in both games.
Yep, so it's, in the game that we're live streaming, we've got young Annabelle Teague and Natalie Lewis up against our bowls president Annabelle and Jan Anlezark. This sure should be a cracking game. And in the other semi-final, you got the young pairing of Lily Kirk and Katie Astley up against the mother and daughter duo of Kate Morgan and Chanel Chakouch.
Yes, it's pretty well star-studded. We've got so many good young players here at the moment at Club Marylands. Mixed in with some great stalwarts of the club. Jan Anlezark, who's just set up the jack there, being one of those.
Yep, she's been a member here for quite a while now. Was here before I moved up 8 years ago, so it's a great opening bowl there from Una.
Absolutely. So Annabelle is our club president. Una's been bowling, I think it's only just on 5, maybe close to 6 years now. I think she's just out of that 5-year category.
Yep, Una got involved. We had a day with the local council, Cumberland Council, and she came to that and joined up, and three years later I think she was president of the ladies club, and just kicking goals.
A quality golfer. That's the sport that she actually came from, and brought a couple of golfers over as well. Sport for all ages this, as we see Una go a little bit through, and we've got Annie T, who travels down all the way out from central west of New South Wales. So if you're pretty new to the geography of where we are here at Club Marylands, this is close to Parramatta, which is almost, well, it's sort of mentioned as being the second CBD of Sydney, about 20 k's out of Sydney. We are in the shadows of the skyscrapers out there from Parramatta, and so very much a part of the urban environment. And young Annie travels over 3 hours every week, whenever she needs to come down here for events, and very committed young lady.
Yeah, parents do a great service for her, driving her down each week when she's playing. Sam herself was a junior bowler, Annie's mum.
Yes, so she's only probably played, I think, maybe 3, maybe 4 games since she's been down here, and she's proved herself to be very talented herself, which we sort of knew but hadn't seen her play. And yeah, she's done some amazing stuff, as we see Jan just go through.
And if the green's running anything like it was yesterday, it was probably about 16 yesterday in the afternoon, so might not quite be there yet, but it'll get to that.
Yeah, by 11 o'clock I think we'll be getting close to it. Yeah, so last week we had pennant finals. It was running very close to 18 seconds. We haven't had any rain since then, but the greenkeeper's been working very hard on this to just keep that nice pace of about 16.5 plus.
Jan just playing the same ball there, setting up the back. Probably Annie or Nat will have to get one past soon, the way Jan plays. She's a very aggressive player.
Yes, so Jan, part of our women's twos, skipping that last weekend, losing on the last bowl basically against Wenty Leagues in the regional final. And the other three ladies played in the ones final.
Yep, Annabelle did play in the ones final, her first game in the ones.
Yeah, so she was subbing in.
No, she was very happy, made her ones debut and won the flag.
Not a bad debut. So this is Una on the mat now. In the comments, Dion Brown, welcome buddy. So Dion, one of our members a couple of seasons ago. And Una's just got a piece of the jack. Didn't go her way, that's gone out to Annie.
Yeah, probably given the shot away there. So Annie's the one with the orange bowls, and her partner Natalie's got the white bowls. And Una's and Jan's are pretty similarly coloured. A darkish colour with speckles.
Yep, so the orange and white versus the dark ones. That'll make it a bit easier for our viewers. It's a little bit spread out the head at the moment. I'm not quite sure why. The trial ends seem to be pretty good. The thing about this particular green, and that's a great shot there from Una.
Yeah. Got the jack all the way back.
Trailed it before. So this
Probably 5. There's another bowl
in
just
behind.
Yeah, just in front of the ditch, just staying up. Can't quite see it on the cameras, but
So our commentary position, we're pretty well jack high to the head at the moment. So if there's anything outside the camera angles, we'll be able to let you know. We just see that bowl come into focus now. Yeah, this particular green in this particular direction, the speed will change up and down during this morning. So first of all, it'll get a little bit quicker, and then it'll probably get a touch slower around about 11 o'clock as the moisture comes up.
don't tell everyone the secrets, Gav.
And then it'll start to speed up again this afternoon, which will be after this game for the final. So there are a little local knowledge will help here.
Yeah, an opportunity here for Jan to put a little bit more pressure on that and try and get off to a flying start. Looks like 4 at the moment.
Well, this is going to count, I believe, unless it goes too far.
It'll stop it in there nicely.
So you can probably see it's a little bit darker after the tee. That's mainly because the greenkeepers are looking after the green, giving a bit more of water from the tee back. So it will pull up a little bit after the tee during this game, and that's something the players hopefully are aware of.
Natalie going to stop in time. That's a great shot.
That's a big bowl. Probably 5 down before that.
Yeah, opportunity for Jan though. She can land it or get a bit of the jack sideways, make a score.
Well, she's close.
Giving it a big chance.
Very close. Jan Anlezark, what a bowl.
That is a great shot. I'd be putting the replay button on that one, Gav.
Yes, I'm all over that.
Natalie just needs to play the same as her first one here. Doesn't look too dissimilar speed-wise.
Well, she's just around that bowl, which is in a good area. It's just not going to turn back because she's just overweight.
Chance.
So just very close. What Jan played earlier. Jan Anlezark, what's that bowl? She's made
a great
4.
shot. I'd be putting
Natalie
the replay button on that one, Gav.
So it's going to be a 4 on the first end, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like four fingers. A brilliant start there from Una and Jan. Big conversion shot there from Una, trailing the jack. So I don't know what's going on the other rink at the moment. Can't quite tell you, give you an update there, but they only got a couple of balls left on their first end.
It's a very young rink over there. Chanel's mum is...
Kate will be very happy that you said that.
Yes, I was about to say, so Chanel's mum is, we'll call her a youngster. So we've got 3 teenagers, and Kate Morgan is only a couple of years older than that.
You are trying to get in the good books, Gav. Pretty handy opener there from Annie. I'll try and keep you updated with the score of the other semi-final in the bottom left-hand corner. And the game we're streaming will be up on the top right. And great correction there from Una.
Yeah, and he's been in a bit of a rich vein of form lately. I think golf is one of those sports that you can definitely interchange with some skills with. It's one of those sports where you still got to have the skills, but they are in a little bit more slow motion. And she's brought those golfing skills into the bowls game and has shown a lot of success quite quickly.
Yeah, a lot of golfers that have taken up bowls that I've spoken to have just related it to putting.
Yes. Yeah, particularly the part about the different surfaces. Obviously, in golf you've got the undulating greens, whereas a bowling green is quite flat. But the conditions from day to day, especially with grass, do change very quickly at times.
Another pretty good ball there from Jan. Did you manage to see what they got on the first end on the other rink, Gav?
No, I missed that. We do have scoreboards facing us, and I did ask them to update those, but that hasn't happened so far. As we see a great bowl from Natalie.
Yeah, fantastic bowl, that one.
So Natalie, one of our reigning platinum champions, the ultimate level of bowls in New South Wales, if not probably the world.
Well, I don't know if that's her biggest achievement in the last 12 months either. She's got a couple of pretty big ones.
Yeah,
State champion of champions. And she shared some exciting news on Facebook during the week.
Yes, her and husband Mason ready to go with a young baby on the way. That's awesome news. And you just mentioned champion of champions. This young lady on the left of the screen, Annabelle Teague, representing Club Dubbo, so West Dubbo Bowling Club.
Another good shot there from Nat.
Came runner-up.
So here there's lots of other streaming going on around the place with bowls tournaments this week. So we appreciate your viewership here today and over this weekend.
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, if you've just tuned in, we've got back-to-back games today and back-to-back games tomorrow. So you're currently watching the Marylands Club Women's Major Pairs. This is the semi-finals, the other semi-finals next door. We'll have the final this afternoon, and then tomorrow our singles, men's and women's finals. Women's starting off at about 9:30. followed by the men's final. Tune in to see some great bowls.
So is the women's singles final. Who's in that one, Gavin?
So we've got Saley Jones. So Saley's probably not well known widely in New South Wales, but she's one of our stalwarts of the game. She's, I won't say her age, but she's definitely one of our senior players, and she just continues to play some amazing bowls. So she's in the morning, she'll be our first finalist.
Up against Chanel.
Up against the opposite end of our spectrum, 17-year-old Chakouch, who's just come over to Marylands. She's coming to us from St John's Park, and Chanel will be up for an award for St John's Park at the Bowls New South Wales presentation night in a couple of weeks' time, the New South Wales Bowler of the Year. So we've got probably two opposite ends of the spectrum as we see a very good bowl from Annie Teague, sitting her partner's bowl out, so it's 2 shots to Natalie Lewis and Annabelle Teague with the white and orange bowls.
So yeah, still a little bit of room there for Jan to draw the shot. She might be tempted to give her bowl a chance, though. If she can get the jack, then 6 feet kind of thing, back anywhere past the tee. They've got the 3 Bacchus bowls. Looks like she's trying to draw the shot.
Yes, Jan's bowl's really fairly tight. She doesn't have to take too much grass out there, and she's had perfect grass if she was going for the draw. Otherwise, she's just gone outside. Really no different, probably even better. Bigger target to sit on with the last bowl.
No. Just falling that little bit short there, but might stop Jan attacking the jack.
So Jan won't want to change too much.
She's going to get back in time here.
She's in the area. Her bowls don't turn much. Will it get enough?
Great shot.
She's got the second shot, but still the orange bowl of Annie Teague is the shot. And just confirming on the rink next door, we've got Chanel Chakouch got 1 shot against Katie Astley.
Will Nat hang on here? Not quite. Her weight looked a lot better there. So there's 1 to Annie and Nat. So it's after 2 ends. It's 1-4. Gav's on the scoreboard here. He's multitasking while I'm learning the ropes.
Yes, it makes you appreciate the great live streaming out there from a number of organisations, individuals, especially.
Nana Deb, watching from Canberra. Is that Debbie Shoemaker, Gav?
I would think so from Canberra.
Great opening bell there from Annie.
One of our previous members down here, so my second stint here at Marylands, Debbie had just left the club. But yeah, once again, one of the stalwarts of the club, and she still has so many friends down here, so I assume that's her.
Another well-weighted bowl there for Muna, so they're starting to get their weight now. not sure where to look here, Gav. We've got 4 screens here in the office, and then it's up on the big screen outside, and that's about 15 seconds behind us.
Yeah, and what we find in the past, if you've been watching our live streams, so just to the left of Jan here, the balcony just over there, there's a big screen, and as Tony said, it's about 15 seconds delay, but we often find a lot of our players are able to come across, see the screen without having to go to the other end and check out what's going on. Obviously, trying to obey the laws of player movement. They can see what's going on, and it's definitely a very good advantage to be able to see what's going on in some of these very tight heads.
Yeah, Katie's a big one. I've noticed her do it quite often.
Yep.
When she's been on the stream rink in the past.
Yeah, with the player movement laws, they're in there to try and save time. So there really is no big advantage in being able to see the big screen, apart from the fact that it allows the players to actually save time by looking at the big screen.
Jan just middles the jack there. Just got a couple of issues with the scoreboard at the moment. All fixed up now. Nice work, Gav.
Thank you. Well grass bowl in behind. Opens up some options for her partner.
And Chanel scores another single, so she leads, her and her mum lead Katie and Lily 2-0 in the second semi-final. As Jan just slides another one past there. So a gorgeous day here in Western Sydney, Gav.
Yes, supposed to hit 30 degrees. So it's actually going to be quite a warm one. The sun's filtering through a lot of cloud cover. So the players will be quite happy with the cloud cover, I believe.
Yeah, unseasonably warm.
And if you're watching from outside of New South Wales, Bowls New South Wales conditions of play, all the pairs championships used to be 21 ends until this season, and they've gone to 18 ends for state championships at open level, at a couple other levels, and then at club championship level it's 18 ends. So 21 ends down to 18 does make a bit of a difference. It's a bit of a change for players to get used to. As we see that bowl just a bit too narrow.
Yeah, just a small change kind of thing. Bringing it in line with a lot of the other states. Madison Jacobs asking what's the speed of the green. So probably currently around that 15.5 mark. Maybe
Yes,
a touch quicker.
It'll probably go up to 16 and a half, then slow down because of the moisture coming up out of the grass. And this afternoon we would expect it'll be running about 17. So quite quick. You can play all the shots on this. It's a very, very good pace.
So looking to get another one in the head here. And just overplayed it. And she has stayed on. She is overhanging the edge there, Gav.
If you look at the bottom of the screen, it actually seemed to bounce back a bit. So it's obviously hit something on the plinth and stayed there. As I said, you can see the colour difference after the tee. That's mainly because the greenkeepers are really looking after those areas there which can get a bit bald at this time of the year. We've had some issues with some trees directly behind the camera, which have been removed for nearly 12 months now, as we see Natalie coming down with a lot of weight, and she's going to get some luck there.
Yeah, quite a fortunate result, that one.
So probably holding 3 shots.
Yeah, in a signaled 3. Lots of room here though for Jan, player of her quality. This needs to stop now.
Yeah, she had a great line on that one. The extra 2 metres past is, well, probably 1.5 metres looking at live Jack Hyde. Probably due to the pace of the green just becoming a little bit higher now.
Yep. Natalie after the running shot.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Yeah, draws the ultimate.
Holding 4 shots, so major pressure on Jan Anlezark. One of our premier senior bowlers here at Club Maryland. She's definitely got less weight, but I think she's probably got far too less weight.
She's still running here, needs a bit more.
Well, she's definitely cut it down. May only be 2 now, which would be a very good result.
Might even got second there. Yep, she did draw second. What a great shot from Jan.
So after 3 ends, we've got the younger side, Annabelle Teague and Natalie Lewis on 2 shots, and Annabelle and Jan Anlezark, 2 of our great senior bowlers here at Club Marylands, on 4 shots leading up. This is the semi-final. Next door you can see the other semi-final in the background. That particular semi-final has 3 teenagers and 1 just above that.
So it'd be important here for Annabelle just to try and get a couple close this end, settle the nerves a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good bowl from Una.
Yeah, a very good opener there.
Madam President with a very nice bowl to start this 4th end off.
Yeah, they've just not quite had the amount of bowls in the head as Annie and Nat the last 2 ends, and that's a great correction there from Annabelle.
Annabelle Teague with a lovely little touch there.
Yeah, fantastic shot. Una's not far away here. Couple of good shots there from Una. And an absolute ripper from young Annie.
So from the mat end, if you're going down the left-hand screen, so a right-hander, forehand, that's a little bit wider than the other hand. So the clubhouse side, which is the right-hand side, is generally a touch tighter. But recently, with the green speed increasing, it's not that big a difference like it can be with a slower green.
No, even on the slower greens, it's now turning there, I think.
It is, yeah, but with a touch of weight, so if you play a couple of metres over, it seems to hold out a bit. So when we start to see a little bit of weighted shots down here on the right-hand side of the screen, we will see them probably hold a lot.
And Jan just playing weight here.
Oh,
looks good.
Close.
What a shot, Jan Anlezark.
Absolutely perfect.
Looks good.
Looking here
what
at
a
Jan's
shot,
bowl.
Jan Anlezark.
Absolutely perfect. Amazing bowl. Sitting that one out for 3 shots. Still only early in the end. But very, very decisive to be able to put that there.
And Nat just pulling up that little bit short with her second effort.
On the semi-final next door, you would have seen Chanel play a fair bit of weight. So I assume that she's down. Katie Astley's got last bowl. So it looks like young Lily Kirk and Katie Astley will be on the board in that other semi-final. Reminder that this afternoon, probably about 1 o'clock, we'll see the final of this women's pairs game. So that will be the winner of this particular rink and the rink next door. And Katie has got a toucher next door. Oh, where they're kicking lots of bowls out there.
Yeah, 4 to Katie and Lily.
4 was it? Yes. And we see Una. I think she's trying to play to the back there. I believe, yeah, that's gone in the ditch. But holding 3 shots, she's probably trying to get one in that back corner there. And he's going to get a bit of luck, but won't change anything.
Yeah, just missed both line and length there, Annie. Una here. Swapping hand.
Well, she's played this well.
Yeah, looks very good, this one. How good is it going to be? Yep. Another counter.
Yeah, Jen will be happy with that one.
There's just a reminder, Una and Jan, the 2 ladies on the right of your screen, they've got the dark coloured speckled bowls, and Annie is using the orange, and Natalie Lewis using the white bowls.
Yes, so 3 of those 4 shots there are of Una's. The 4th one, we're trying to get the backwood, just went in the ditch. But this is a good looking bowl here from Natalie Lewis.
Needs to land that one.
Touch through, but she's probably got 3rd wood.
Yep, Jan, no, just needs to keep on counting. So at the start of the end, I asked for Una to get a few bowls in around the area, and she's done that. Don't know if Jan will hang on with her. Yeah, her bowls might, but
yeah, she does have very tight bowls, and I think that's a counter. The ankles on the screen will confuse us all a little bit. So this is up the other end from us live. As you see, Natalie much similar to her last bowl. Just going to be in behind. So we're looking at a good 3, I think. Tuna and Jan. I think that was a signal.
I don't know if she said 4 there.
Yeah, could have been. So a big end here. Jan's just going to fall short. We'll try and get some confirmation, but well, it's definitely a 3.
3 it is. So it's after 4 ends. Una and Jan lead Annabelle and Natalie 7-2. Both sides winning 2 ends each though, so Jan and Una scoring the multiples.
Yeah, and this is where the difference with these for New South Wales, it's a difference of 3 ends. Used to be 21 ends, down at 18. Getting out to a 7-2 start after 4 ends. As you say, 2 ends each. Having those couple of big multiples could be the difference at the end.
Yep. Sure could be.
Great start from Una. Little toucher again.
Yeah, just run through that a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's just speeding up that little bit. So we'll tighten up a touch, get a little bit quicker.
So yeah, now it's Annie's turn kind of thing to try and... Although she nailed the jack last end, but... Just running through here, I think they might be a bit quicker than 16 now, Gav.
Yeah, I think this is the time of the day where it does start to get that bit quicker, which will make it turn a bit more. So it's going to be up to who's going to adapt the quickest as things change. Great correction from Una, weight-wise.
Yeah, another toucher. 2 from 2.
So both players opting to play in the forehand on this direction, which is the narrower hand. And a good correction from Manny as well. But once again, weight great. But it is turning a bit more out in that hand.
And the player's just struggling to trust it at the moment.
Yeah, there's probably 3 significant periods of time where the weight and grass change on this particular green, and probably most in Western Sydney at the moment. So leading from 10 o'clock into 11 o'clock, it'll just get that little bit quicker and start the turn. Then it may actually slow down. So if you're playing pennant and you're doing a bit of practice about 11:30 or so, by the time 1 o'clock comes, it may actually be a little bit slower because the moisture might come out of the grass, and then it'll speed up again before it's, late afternoon, it starts to slow back down again. So it's just about the experience of those who can adapt quickest to it. And Natalie may be one of those.
And
just through as well.
Finishing in a good home there. Giving them the options if they do touch it. It's only going to benefit them at this stage.
Yeah, her and Annie just in behind. That's probably 70 centimetres behind, getting close to a metre maybe for both Natalie and Annie's bowls, as we see Jan coming down here with, once again, a little bit overweight, but did sit the shot, the closest back bowl.
Yeah, I think the orange ones is the shot.
Yep.
Natalie just not correcting her weight there. Just got stuck out that little bit. So I didn't ask you for a tip at the start of the game, Gav. Who's going to win today?
It's not biased because I work with the youngsters, but I think it's definitely going to be the youngsters go through. That's my personal opinion. So that would mean that it'll be young Annie and Natalie here. And the other one is going to be an absolute battle.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a battle here as well, if Natalie and...
Oh, Chanel on the next rink over has just put Jack in the pit. So obviously a couple down before that, and pretty sure she's close to sitting on the Jack as we see Una changing hands. That's her 3rd touch in a row, Tony.
Yep. Might have even got the shot out of that one.
Yes, I think Jan's bowled directly behind it. Just under a metre behind would be shot.
Don't know if Annie's quite wide enough here. Not
Yeah.
up either.
Yeah, overcorrected on her first couple of bowls.
So Dan asking Una to stay on the same hand.
And Una has just been selected in the region over 60 side to trial.
It's a trial for the region over 60
Yep.
side. So you're going to get around this front one.
The weight was good too.
Yeah, I think she was pretty close if she missed it.
So Annie's last bowl of the end before we swap over for the skips. Natalie's got the fingers on to check what's going on. Annie's overcorrected. She has hung on. She's about 6 inches short of the ditch. We'll leave the camera angle where it is at the moment. If the jack moves, we'll try and bring that one into play.
So it was 3 to Chanel and her mum, Kate.
Yes, and that was based on a lovely drive shot from Chanel. She was down shot, put the jack in the pit.
I'm not sure who's got shot here, but lots of room for both the skips here to play the end winning bowl.
Well, Una likes this one.
Needs
And
to stop.
It will be a counter, I think.
Yep, looks like she's drawn a shot. Annie,
Probably shot.
Yeah, I think Annie just signalled the one down. Natalie, interested in this one.
The weight looks good. She will cut, but it'll still be shot. Yep.
Yeah, fantastic bowl there from Nat. Not easy out there.
No, definitely. It's one of those periods of time where things change. So that was a very, very good correction on the first couple. Jan's last bowl of the end.
Don't know if she's got enough weight here.
No, she's going to fall short.
Not far away.
No. Did run on, so that the speed is quite good at the moment.
Can Natalie repeat the dose?
Doesn't have to change anything.
Get a little side touch if she can nearly make a score.
Yeah, that'll bring the other orange one jack high in.
I don't think she'll be trying for that though.
No, that's just a bonus. So it's out of her hand now. And as it's on its way down on the rink next door, Kate Morgan threw a jack high toucher, and then Lily has taken it off her, Lily Kirk. And Natalie has drawn the
Great shot from that.
absoluter. And we'll double check, but yes, it is 2 shots. Just tighten things up a bit.
I was going to say it'd be interesting to see if Annie and Nat take the mat up again like they did last time.
Having a bit of a chat. This is one of the things about Natalie. She thinks about things the whole game. She'll have conversations with the side the whole way through the game. Check on what her teammates are feeling about the length.
Looks like they're going to go long here.
So the conversation would have been, Annie, are you happy with changing the length? And Annie would have probably said, whatever you want. And Natalie would have said, well, how about we try a long one? But the thing is, they're thinking all the time, and that's the difference between this level and the next tier down. We often find that players will just get up, throw the jack wherever, and not really think too much about it. But Natalie being the quality player she is with New South Wales representation, Maryland's platinum representation, she's always thinking.
She's got a fair resume behind her. She's been a good player for a long time.
And great weight from Annie for a starter.
Yeah, good opening bell, that one.
Yeah, the hands that she's played can be a little bit tricky. If you get slightly inside, it'll turn. Get slightly outside the line, it'll hang. So whilst a lot of players like to play that narrower hand, it can be quite difficult on these first couple of rinks here at Marylands.
Now, Gav, you've mentioned that we got lots of juniors out there today. Believe you're going away with some of the juniors this week?
Yeah, I think we've got 7 of them going down to Moama. So a big shout out to Stuart White at Moama and his team down there for the Diamond Jack singles. So it's been going for 3 years now. They've been alternating between Moama and Sunbury as we see Annie play a great little bowl in there, less than a metre behind.
Yeah, another good shot there from Annie.
Yeah, so a good contingent of our youngsters getting down there. It's probably going to be one of the premier junior events in Australia eventually. We'll get a lot of Victorians, but we're also where it's situated. We can still get a fair whack of as Una goes through New South Wales, South Australia, and I think there's a few Tassie people coming over for it as well. So kudos to Moama and Sunbury for putting on such an amazing tournament for the youngsters.
It's good to see them getting the opportunities to play in events like that. Get some more experience and come back. And last year, I think Regan, one of our other junior bowlers, got to the semi-finals, and then she came back and won the region singles afterwards.
Yeah, I think was it last year she made the final against Katie? Or semi-final against Katie, yeah. And then the year before we had another one of our members, young Tom Rich, win it as well. So we've had a couple of winners from Marylands. Good weight there from Natalie.
Pretty important bowl here for Jan. She needs to get one in the head pretty quickly.
So we've got Kimberly Moore watching from the UK saying go Una. So Una's...
She's a popular member around the bowls, trap and probably in the golf world as well.
And still has that Irish accent, so whether Kimberly from the UK knows her from way back when or not, I'm not quite sure.
Merging this one in here. Yeah, we're going to get all the way up.
Well, it's definitely counting, but a lot of room.
Yeah, lots of bowls that 2 to 3 feet away at the moment. Jan needs to miss her own. She's missed everything.
Yeah.
Well, he needed to get her own.
Well, you know the green's running quite well when Jan's bowls cut the head like that. Quite a tight bowl.
Yeah, it's a tight set that she's got.
Tight set, playing on the tight hand, and it probably confirms what I was just saying a minute ago. If you just get inside that line on that hand, it can turn, but if you touch wide, it'll just hang out. So, but all the players seem to be playing that hand, mostly anyway.
Yeah.
Next door, we see a shot to Lily and Katie.
Just the one, was it over there, Gav?
Yeah.
So that'll lock that game up at 5-all at the completion of 5 ends. I got the easy job today. I'm just filling in a card. Gavin does all the hard work, changing scores, changing cameras.
Yeah, so this process is pretty new to us, Tony, but obviously part of Club Marions, and we're really looking forward to upping the ante with the live stream stuff, so you will see us live a lot more. As I said, we've got 4 games back to back over the next 2 days. So we've got the women's semi-final right now in the pairs, followed by the final, and tomorrow we've got the women's singles final and the men's singles final. As we see, only just run through a touch, but possibly still counting.
Yeah, it looks like they're holding 6 at the moment. Still a bit of room. Una's weight was better with their last effort. Still needs to drop a metre or so.
Jan looking on intently.
Little slide.
Just through again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's changed anything. So a lot of pressure on Jan here. So much room.
Yeah, they can be the hardest ones though.
Yep, this is the time that we said that the green does change. So there'll be a lot of things in the back of Una's mind about the weight and the grass, because it's changing so quickly at this time of day.
It's one of those ones for Nat here, like, she'd like to draw the ultimate, but she doesn't really want to fill any of the holes up.
Well, she's playing forehand, so there's only 2 things. She's either trying to get close around her own, or she's trying to cover at the back. I wouldn't think she'd be trying to cover, and she's not.
Yeah,
It's a bare jack required.
And that's another counter.
No hesitation from Jan, though.
I think she's played this pretty well.
Oh, yeah, the line looks good. Weight looks good.
What a shot here, Jan.
7 down, possibly, to 1 up.
Natalie going after the bowl.
Well, it's all hers coming up, so it's only luck that she needs, and she hasn't got that. So Jen will now be drawing for 2 shots. Currently leading 7-4. A couple of shots here.
And Jan just resetting. I think the wind got up there. Doesn't look to be too much wind out there.
No, I'm looking at the trees in the background from where we are. There's not much movement.
Pretty good here again, I think. Just not quite up.
Just going to knock into that one. 1 shot to Una and Jan. 8-4. 6 ends.
A third of the way game down. A third of the way through the game now, Gav. Noticed any trends?
Look, the biggest trend I can see is the direction they've just played. They're sitting out, the bowls aren't turning out there at the moment, so it has changed a little bit. And when they put that bit of extra weight on and try and come under that line, they're actually coming across the head. So the green is definitely changing. This is the time that we thought it would change. And I think it's just going to come down to the next couple of ends, who can adjust to it as quick as possible. The green will settle down. It'll be very similar grass and weight for an hour or so before things may change again.
A good opening bell here from Una.
Great shot.
Yeah, terrific shot.
And that is one of the reasons why Una has just got herself a chance to trial for the over 60s Metro Northwest regional side.
Well, she plays balls like that, she'll make the side.
Oh, yeah.
A pretty handy reply here from Annie.
Only a metre short. So Una probably plays a good 3 days a week. Social bowls.
Yeah, so she'll train or play on a Tuesday. Then again occasionally on the Wednesdays. Then always on a Thursday and Friday.
And as we've said, she's our president. We've got a really good management committee, bowls management committee here at Where It Lands. And we'd like to think we've got the best volunteers in the world. And we've got the current Bowls New South Wales Volunteer of the Year in Maureen Randall.
You can
but
see Maureen at the top of the screen in her
yeah,
umpire's
she's
gear.
umpiring. But yeah, we have a great membership base. Our volunteers from that membership base, particularly with things like marking. We run a lot of events, regional events here, and our members are great volunteers.
Yeah, no, every club needs them, and we're lucky to have so many great volunteers here. I know there's lots of volunteers out at other clubs as well that put in and do the best for their clubs, and the sport wouldn't be the same without them. So thank you to all the volunteers out there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people out there going, oh, Gavin and Tony, you guys are employed by the club, you know, why do you need volunteers? Well, the bottom line is that without the volunteers in any club, they're just not going to be running at the level that you need to be with.
Great shot there from Jan. Pressure starting to build up here from Nat and Annie. Going to take a couple of bowls to
if you
this
look back
position.
to last end where the opposite was happening, there was 7 shots, but they were a good half a metre was closest bowl. So having 2 bowls within, well, less than a foot, one right on it, yeah, the pressure is big because the mat is a fair way back. This is not far from tee to tee, so it's the most difficult length at the moment.
Yeah, Matt, probably 2 metres up from the tee.
Yep.
Dan on a safer line here. Doesn't want to pop it open. And Natalie will be just trying to make a little bit of contact on the shot ball, or draw second, or get a nice close ball in the head. You're going to get to the shot ball. What a shot this is.
That is brilliant.
Fantastic. I'm not sure if she's got the shot. She may have made 2.
Either way, it's changed it up big time. Pretty gutsy. If she misses that, she's a good 3 down. Pressure on. Now she may even have shot. It's very, very close all round. And Annie's got an open draw. So mentally, this has changed things hugely.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to change much from her first 2 leads bowls here.
Yep.
Will she bend enough here? Weight looks pretty good.
Oh, she's close to beating that back bowl. Just going to get inside it. So it's a definite shot.
I don't know. I don't know if it's beating the bite one at the front.
Yeah. Actually, looking at live, you're probably right, Tony. Looking at the screen, our angles are very different because the cameras are down quite low. So the depth perception is probably not what you're seeing live. And he's got probably good weight.
Yeah,
Maybe a touch short, actually, yeah. But definitely didn't have the grass for it either.
So Jan having a good look here.
Next door, we have Katie and Lily getting at least 1 shot.
So Gina was asked to play under the orange ones. I think she's going to run into them.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad effort. She's hit it clean in the middle, but either side of that was probably going to make a bit of a difference. Yeah, so in the other semi-final, I'll update that score now. It's 6-5 to Lily Kirk and Katie Astley. As we see Annie's last bowl at the end coming down now.
Natalie asking for it to stop. And weight was probably... Yeah, weight was really good. So I think it's 1 to... with Natalie's bowl at the moment, but... angles are hard to read at the moment, and no one's given us an indication, Gav.
No, I haven't seen any indication, but it is pretty close all round. So if you just tuned in, it's basically the dark bowls against the white and orange. So the dark bowls belong to Annabelle and Jan Anlezark.
Jan attacking the head here. Is she going to get any luck from out here?
Got the orange. She's got the jack. She's got the shot. So yes, just reiterating that dark bowl jack high. That is one of Jan and Una's bowls. That's Annabelle and Jan Anlezark leading 8-4. Natalie, who's bowling now, has the next best 2, so she won't be disappointed if she's got a good yard or 2 through this.
Yeah, not far away. She's also got one past the head.
Oh, it's got a flick on it. I think she may have got the orange bowl of Annie, her teammate, in for shot.
I don't know. I think it might...
I haven't seen a signal, Tony, have you?
No.
It's close. What we do know is that the youngsters in Annabelle and Natalie, they hold at least 3, the next 3 probably. Una's just drawing, so that may indicate that she's got the shot.
That was a great shot here from Jan.
That is awesome.
Brilliant shot, Jan Anlezark. So I think Nat will be trying to get both the bowls here. Get the split. Hopefully nothing else moves except the 2 shot bowls.
So she does have the next 3 to 4 around it. So the whites and the orange. So she's at least 1 down, possibly 2. Both bowls side by side, so both can go. I'll just flick across so you can see when the bowl's leaving her hand. And then we'll see what happens at the...
Pretty close here.
Jack. Oh, got the bowl and the jack, and
well,
I don't think there were touches there. So
Jan did have a toucher in the ditch. But I think it'll be 1 to Natalie's bowl.
Well, there's a couple of fingers out from Annie. She's backing it for 2. So Natalie has a toucher. Sorry, Jan has a toucher about where... Well, in behind Annie there. So it's actually not the one that they're looking at. So it's between the white bowl.
Yep, so the jacks... Yeah.
So the toucher must be out near the peg. So they're looking at these 2 bowls to the left. They've indicated that's 1 to Annie and Natalie so far. Two, I think, Tony. Did you say that?
Like 2, but when they're signalling the other people, their partners up the other end and not us on the side.
I shall wait and see, but I believe that's probably to Annabelle Teague and Natalie Lewis.
We'll put 2 in, Gav. It's easier to take one off than add one, isn't it?
I'll just say yes.
Big end there, big conversion there from Nat. She misses that, go 10-4 down.
10-4 down, yeah. So 6 shots would have been, at this stage of the game, well and truly past the 1/3 mark, getting very close to the halfway mark. Would have been very interesting.
Just looking on the other rink, Chanel's mother Kate has got 2 right on it, and
Yeah, well, Katie's the current state mixed pairs runner-up. Josh Berry.
Well, the first real short one with the mat back for the game. We did have a short end with the mat up. So Natalie and Annie trying to work out a length going in this direction they're playing now, that where they can score. They've only won one end so far in this direction.
So I'm going to quickly fade across this other semi-final. Cannot see the jack there, but those three, I don't know what colour you call them. They're slightly green, slightly blue, so turquoise, probably not even quite that aqua.
The two that are together, the jack's right in the middle of them too.
In the middle of those two. And the pinky one just in behind, that's Chanel, so it's probably 5 shots to Chanel and her mum Kate in the final changeover to the skips.
And no one, neither Annie or Una here nailing at this end. Been a
Plenty of room.
Yeah, no one's really nailed it in this direction either, Gav.
Nah, this direction's definitely been different for them all in this direction, that's for sure. Except for this one.
Yep.
Great shot from Natalie.
A fantastic bowl.
Jan's gone a little bit tight, the weight's good. On the rink next door, Katie has just sat the third shot but slid through, so it's still a good 3, 4, maybe 5 to Chanel. As we see Natalie repeat the dose, just going through a bit.
Yeah, no, good
Let's
home
count.
there.
Jan's improved her grass here, but she's dropped the weight.
Yeah, it was a terrific line, that one from Jan.
And as they swap over, I'll switch across to the rink next door. This is the other semi-final where Lily Kirk and Katie Astley lead 6-5 over Kate Morgan and Chanel Chakouch. You can see Katie on the haunches there, and that is because she's probably
I think she's
4,
4
maybe 5 down, I think.
I don't think the fifth one counts, but
Yeah, close. And the jack is between the two greeny bowls in the middle of the screen. It's in between those. They're both Kate Morgan's bowls.
if you flip back over to this game,
Yep.
Nanny's just played an absolute cracker. Just turned onto the shot bowl. Bit stiff to get a bit of jack movement as well. A couple of big bowls in the context of the games here on the 7th end for both ranks.
Yeah, so Annabelle 3 or 4 down here. Pretty close, just touch through. They should probably cut it down to 1. And next door, Katie's drive has not changed anything over there. And Chanel still has last bowl.
And Nanny probably just needs to play the same bowl as she played with the last one, but
She's not around, but if her weight's good, which it is,
you get
another
under
one
and
in
it
the
just
area,
runs away.
yeah, just too narrow.
Pretty good line again, Una.
Yeah, well, that's very good because
What a shot from Annabelle.
she's got the shot. Until that bowl, there was 5 other opponents' bowls in the mix apart from her first one. So
Well,
one
Chanel,
down, but definitely so much better.
on the other ring, Chanel's just landed Katie's closest, so
So they're kicking out a million bowls here. That's at least 4. It's got to be another 2 in amongst that. I'll switch across as the bowl comes down on the next rink. So it's at least 5. They're going to measure for that one as we see Natalie Lewis just release. Holding shot.
yeah, just pushed it out. I wouldn't be surprised if Jan gives this one a good chance, tries to land Una's last one, push the white ball out.
Yeah, she's a very attacking player. I believe it was 5 next door. Oh, she's not going big at it, but she's close on the draw.
Oh, what an attempt.
Little touch there would have been sensational. So 1 each from the skips to come.
Natalie just stuck out there. Gives a little slide. Don't know if that'll count or not. Probably makes Jan's shot a little bit easier though. Another ball to use.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Jen's playing
Needs to
much
hang
weight
on.
over it. Looked like a draw shot. So I think it's unusual for Jen. I would have thought normally she'd be up through that. Only the one shot.
So deficit back to 1. Closest they've been. And Jan getting out of the blocks, or Jan and Una getting out of the block with a 4 on the first end. Natalie hit back, winning the next 2 to get it back to 2-4 before the traded ends.
Yeah, 1 end shy of the halfway mark, all pretty tight. The other semi-final next door, you can see the score at the bottom of your screen. 6-10, it was 6-5. Chanel and her mum, Kate, grabbing a 5 last end.
So we're talking about what you were doing next week, Gav. Also, the other bowls operative, Cody Packer. He's off to Scotland.
Yes, jump a little plane. The Jackaroos tour of Scotland and looking at
Great opening bell there from Annie.
part of the selection process for the upcoming Com Games. Very strong Jackaroo side going over there.
Yep. We've got 10 over there, trialling for the 3 spots for the Commonwealth Games. Should have been in Melbourne, but my old state government.
Yeah, all your fault.
So Zuna a good opening bell as well. Forcing Annie onto the other hand.
Yeah, in any international sport where you're reducing numbers by nearly 50%, it's got to be pretty gut-wrenching for the people on the fringe. So that's going down from 5 players for the Com Games down to 3 because of the change of venue and looking at being able to accommodate all of the athletes in all the sports. Almost half the opportunities for the Jackaroos. Good shot there from Una.
Yeah, well played, Annabelle. And it was 6 last end for Chanel and Kate.
Okay, so I've got to add another shot on there, so it's 11-6, is that right?
Yep, that's what the scoreboard. Thanks to the players for changing that over. Wonder if you'll see Natalie attack early here.
It's looking like a good target. Nothing behind. I think I'd be trying to move things early.
Just playing that full draw shot. Big chance.
Oh, this is a great bowl. Oh.
Cracking effort there from Nat. She might still lay shot with the orange bowl, but I think the front bowl of Una's is the shot.
Yeah, we're close to Jack High live here, so obviously on the screen it looks like that dark bowl is the shot. But it is actually a good 8-inch gap between the bowl and the jack. Well, she's not going to be able to draw around that on the same hand, so she's either got to change hands or play a little bit more weight underneath it.
Yeah, it looked like she's
Changing
attacking on the forehand. Really trying to turn her own bowl. Doesn't want this one. Although she might have run in for shot.
Yeah, once again, the angles that you're seeing are quite different to live.
I think
and that white bowl is jack high.
Una indicating it's a measure. I think
yeah.
Annie put her finger up.
But Jan and Una probably in the box seat here. They've got a bowl just over a metre behind. So
Yeah,
any movement is always in their favour here, and they've got a second one in there now too.
Yeah, they've got the position of the head at the moment. Mind you, if Una's bowl was to be removed from the head, then they'd be in a fair bit of trouble.
Yeah, well, Natalie's calling her out on her backhand to try and beat the orange bowl on the wing and beat the two back bowls.
Yeah, turn the orange down or get to the bowls just past.
Without a back bowl, I'd be preferring to have my third here, just play up through it. If you miss, you at least match or go past those two back bowls.
Yeah, she's played this pretty well.
Yeah, she's going to split those two back bowls.
Yep, Jan reckons she's one down. Asking Una to arrive, make some contact.
Well, the danger here is if she gets Natalie's wing bowl, it's only going to push the closest dark bowl out. Now I've got another back bowl.
Yeah, and Nat just asking her, just drop a couple of feet. Still get past. If
Yep.
you count, it's a bonus.
Believes she's got shots, so she either runs into that other bowl of her own, the orange bowl, like this, and flop it over.
It's a great shot there from Annie. Annabelle Teague. Don't know if it counts though, Gav.
Don't think so. Looking live, it's probably a couple inches outside of the front dark one.
It's another bowl in the head though.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
close to changing things
Doesn't
up.
Wants it through the jack.
No,
Oh,
not through
no.
there. That was the danger that I was talking about. The bowl before, that was the danger I was talking about.
Probably 5 down now. Una and Jan. Jan there looks pretty relaxed though. Still got a smile on her face, Una. Wonder if Nat will try and change the angles at the front or whether she'll try and get to the back. Una and Jan do have the 3 best back bowls.
She's trying to read her body language. I think she's going to try and get back.
Yeah,
I think she'd be aware that Jan will probably have to play something that's like Jan could play a great draw bowl and be 2 foot away and still be 5 down.
Yeah, I think you'll find Jan attack.
Yep. So this is going to split all the back bowls.
Yeah, hasn't split them, but she's got the
No,
best back.
Yeah, going all the way back.
So Jan not mucking around. Attacking on the forehand.
She's going to get some luck, I think. Oh, no, it's gone all the way through.
No, she hasn't got any luck there.
So I'll pan out. So as much as it may be 5 shots here, a reminder that all the dark bowls are against Natalie and Annie. So the very back bowl is Natalie's, but there's a good group of 5. And if you look at Annie's right foot, she's asking for Natalie to split all those to her toe.
Yeah, it would have even been a little bit more on the high side there. Like, you got 5. And Jan could trail it for before this one, 6 or 7, but she can still get. She gets the jack out to that where Una's standing kind of thing. She can make a score there as well.
That's what she's trying for. She's not far away, Tony. Is she going to drop too far? Oh, she was just draw weight. Yeah, I'm surprised at that.
Yeah,
I don't think she was trying to play that weight. She couldn't have been playing that weight on that hand. And that's another handful. So things are changing very quickly. Both rinks.
Yeah, the short ends with the mat back have worked a treat for Annie and Nat. They tried short with the mat up earlier, didn't work. They tried long, that didn't work.
Kate Morgan throwing the jack down on the rink next door.
Kate and Chanel scored another single. So the 6 they got at the end before was consolidated.
So 6-12 after 7.
The big thing when you score a multiple is to win the next end. And this is the first time Nat and Annie have led in this game too, Gav.
Yeah, they've done it off the back of a few ends where they've got a lot more bowls in the head. They did have bowls in the head recently and dropped shots, but they've been on the verge of grabbing a couple of multiples, and that one was a big one. Umpire out to check the length of the end.
So there's more to do in this. Gav, the region singles draw is out for the Metro Northwest, and the women for the men's open singles, men's senior singles and the reserve singles, as is the ladies open triples and senior triples. So Maryland's hosting a lot of the singles games in a couple of weekends' time.
Yep. Marylands and Guildford, our 2 clubs.
Yeah, I think over the weekend we've got 51 games of singles across 2 venues.
Which goes back to what we were talking about earlier about our volunteers doing the marking, the umpiring. And our current Bowls New South Wales Volunteer of the Year, that's Maureen out there doing the umpiring. She has said that jack is in by, from the reaction, I think about a couple of inches.
Yeah, Natalie said that jack was about a foot past the 21 metre mark, and the mat's about 3 inches in front of the tee, with most of the mat behind the tee. Very good opening goal here from Annie. Just pulled up.
So we've got a good angle there of the rink next door as well. So this bowl coming down now is Kate Morgan's bluish type bowl, and it's Lily Kirk who's got the closest bowl there. The darker bowl is a purple bowl. And at the moment it's Chanel and her mum leading 12-6. Toucher there to Una, but once again tight and heavy. And Annabelle has corrected quite well on a change of hands. She's not quite half a metre short. And Una with a very good bowl, 1.5 meters through in behind. So just updating, we've got 2 semi-finals out here for the Women's Club Majors pairs. These are the 2 semi-finals side by side. This afternoon we'll be live streaming the final. Currently we have Annabelle Teague and Natalie Lewis 12-8 leaders at the halfway point over Annabelle and Anlezark. And in the other semi-final we have Chakouch and her mum Kate Morgan at 12-6 leaders over Lily Kirk and Katie Astley, as we see Natalie fall nearly 2 metres past.
Yeah, quite deceiving with the short end here with the camera. And Jan just running through as well.
Yes, with the camera down low, that last bowl of Jan's is a good 1.5 meters behind.
I was going to say 5 feet, Gav, but 1.5 meters, pretty similar.
Very. Yeah, great correction there from Natalie.
Yeah, good shot there, about a foot past. So they're just handling the short ends a lot better than Una and Jan at the moment. And Jan just sails through again.
Yes, so very much just over minimum length this one. Matt 6 inches past the tee, and from the action from the umpire, this is probably maybe a foot past minimum at the most, if not less.
So then he wouldn't really want to be fattening the head up here. He's want to be trying to finish on the centre line.
Oh, she's got good grasp for that.
Probably a bit stiff in the end to find that hole.
Yeah, sitting that fat, that shot bowl would have been great, but it is a counter with gaps.
And she's probably happy that she missed the jack though.
Yes, well and truly.
And hasn't thrown it out wide enough. So Danny looking to make it 4. Apply the pressure. Try and back that 5 up. If they can get another big score, they could nearly break the spirits of Una and Jan.
Well, it's a counter. Plenty of room, but it's a counter.
We said this a couple of ends ago in this direction. They held a, was it 7, and Jan drew the shot?
Yep. Next door, Chanel's got a lovely little toucher, but it's gone the wrong way, and she's still down 1 shot, as we see possibly second wood, Tony, maybe third, actually.
Yeah.
I would back third from live. I think it might be third.
Yeah, I think third.
From Una.
That shot that Jan drew, though, over the last 5 ends is the only one they've scored. Natalie and Annie have won 4 of the last 5 ends and held 7 on the end. They didn't win. So there's been a big momentum shift.
Yes, Una and Jan coming out with a very good start out of the blocks. This is Natalie playing down here in the forehand. This is the wider hand. It'll turn back. Her weight's good enough to count because it'll sit on that, and that will be 3 shots, I believe. Jan pretty quickly onto the mat here.
Yeah, hasn't changed her shot. She's just going to be trying to draw as close as she can. She's just run through again.
Yeah, look, she grasped that very well. She's a couple of foot over what she needs.
Natalie changing hands here. Just doesn't want to leave anything jack high for Jan to sit on.
Yeah, that's the only hand that I think that Jan can play. So don't give her anything out there. She's played this quite well. It's turning back nicely.
Might be a bit quick.
You are correct.
So down 3, Jan. She's been about that 5 foot pass with her last 2 efforts.
Nothing but a draw on here.
How's she going? She's interested.
Looks in the area.
Has she sent this? She's willing it in. Wants it to run.
Looks in the area. Well, it's not going to be the shot, but has it cut anything out? 2. 2 is the signal.
So as Annie and Nat extend their lead. They now lead 14-8. We won the last 4 ends. They've been absolutely dominant with these short ends with the mat back.
Yeah, and on the rink next door, Katie's having a very good look at it. From the naked eye, I believe she's got the shot. So maybe a bowl is worth something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, Gav.
So Jack coming down now. We're on to the 11th end. 10 ends complete.
18 end match.
I'll just quickly whip across to the other rink. So the bowl that's on the Jack there, that's Lily Kirk. Her and Katie Astley are down 6-12. Katie was really looking at this. To me, it looks like a 4-hand draw from this angle. But maybe there's a bowl there that's worth more. And
So
Katie doesn't like it. She's quite quick on the hand that doesn't turn out there.
So Jan asked Annie where she was in relation to the tee. Annie said she was right on the tee, so Jan said she's okay with the length. I think it's only just past the 21 metre mark.
Yeah, that short end worked from last end.
What a dramatic bowl that is. She's definitely adapted to these short ends very well, Annabelle.
Yes, young Annabelle. She's a current reigning Australian triples champion. She's the current state girls pairs champion. She's the current champion of champion singles runner-up in open women.
Yeah, fair little resume. Is she 15 yet, Gav?
I've got a feeling she turns 15 in September, so she must have just turned 15, I think, yeah.
It's a pretty handy resume for any bowler, let alone a 15-year-old.
Yes, to achieve all that at the age of 14, pretty amazing. When you look at the stand of young bowlers throughout the country, to be a reigning state and Australian champion, age of 14, in under 18 competition, and then a runner-up at open level, as we see a nice bowl here from Natalie.
Yeah, but those bowls there, those back ones, like we said last end, they're nearly 6 foot past the head. They look a lot closer on the camera.
Yep.
And his shot bowl's right on top of the Jack.
Yeah, it's probably about a 3-inch gap. And the greens, well, probably this morning running about 15 and a half when it started. We're probably well over the 16 mark now. So when you're talking about minimum length ends at 16 and a half seconds, it's quite difficult.
Yeah, Great shot there from Nat. It's about a foot behind. Just ties the head up. No, hasn't framed it at all. It's been the key the last couple of ends, Gav.
They're grass, yes. So when they were holding that 7 earlier on, there was jack high bowls and quite tight, quite wide.
What a shot here from Jan.
A great effort from Jan. I don't think she's got the shot live.
I think she
It'll be
does.
pretty close.
I think she has got the shot, Gav.
Yep, right. So that last bowl, that dark bowl, is not quite a foot past. Probably 8.5, 9 inches.
Oh. Can I buy some real estate from you, Gav?
Sure. What are you saying? What do you reckon?
I think it's less than that.
Yeah, okay. I'm not really
And
good at
not
inches.
much, but
not really good at inches, to tell you the truth.
What's Annie done here? Just a bit quick.
Yeah, Natalie's reaction was too quick, but she gave it a chance. Any movement on her front bowl was probably going to upset things.
Well, she just really wants to either turn her front bowl down, and that'll get her the shot, or she can sneak just past it and land Jan's bowl.
Yeah, I think mentally she was just thinking, I just don't want to be short, and she was far too quick.
That's a good shot there for
very
Moona.
good very
Third
good from her.
shot takes away a lot of the danger if Annie or Nat trail the jack.
Yes, I think if that orange bowl goes, it's at least 2. It might even be 3 shots. So really important for Annie to get another one in the head here. They got a good 6-shot lead. No need to do anything stupid.
Yeah, just a bit too careful with that one.
So Jan's got Una playing on the forehand here. Just around Annie's last one. She's going to get
Yeah, much the
just
same.
inside it, and
Yeah, it's another third shot. So Natalie not wasting any time getting back to the mat here. Ready to go, knows what she's doing. She's looking to draw the shot, turn either bowl down. Well, it was probably enough.
so this is the view from the other end. The orange bowl just short of jack high. So Jan looking to
What a shot this is.
inside off that.
Oh.
Oh, unlucky. Other side of that, and it was huge.
I thought she had the ball and then was
She's
running
still
onto the
got
jack.
shot apparently. So on the screen, as you see it, the orange bowl that looks closest to the jack, it's actually a good 1.5 feet behind, and it's the one on the right-hand side, just to the right of the line, that actually holds shot. So Natalie needs to be just down inside that, which she is. Yeah, great shot.
That is a terrific long ball.
Yes, if I had reflexes of a cat, I would have put a replay on that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's shot of the day so far, but the one a few wins ago when she was 2 down and got the jack in the ditch for 2, probably the biggest shot of the match so far. But I think this shot might be just as important. Jan's got to play a real good one now to score.
Absolutely. Those 2 short bowls have prevented from playing any sort of weight. For Jan's bowl, that's got to be wide. So It'll be at least 2 to Natalie. I don't think she trailed enough to get anything further. So 2 shots it is. 16 to 8 after 11 ends.
That's 5 ends in a row now, Gav. There's Matt back.
Ticking over those ends is extremely important.
Yep, 7 ends to go. 8 shots the difference. You go back to when it was 8-4, Jan leading, holding 2, 1 ball to play, and Nat's got them and made 2.
Yeah, it was a big turning point.
Instead of being 10-4 down, it was 8-6, and they haven't missed a beat since then. Young Annabelle and Natalie.
And they're going to keep with these very short ends. I'll quickly whip across to the other rink. Katie's bowl is underway. I think she is holding 1 shot, but I may be wrong about that. There's a couple of dark bowls over there. That hasn't changed anything anyway. So these are the 2 semi-finals of the women's major pairs.
And we'll be back tomorrow with the ladies' major singles final and the men's major singles final. So what can Una and Jan do here, Gav? What do you think they need to do to try and win an end and get themselves back in this match?
Well, something like what Una's just done there for a start. So we can see that Annie and Natalie have had a bit of a chat. They've put this is the 3rd close enough to minimum end on. They've got to get the map back and then somehow think about how they can try and take Annie firstly out of the game. And I just don't know how you take Annie out of the game at the moment. But I'd be looking at maybe 3/4. Don't change it hugely. And Jan, I don't think, is playing her normal attacking game. So there's been a couple of times where I think she could have played weight, and she hasn't, which is, I think it's outside of Jan's normal game.
Yeah, normally see Jan attack a little bit more than what she has. In saying that the green is difficult to play that way as well.
It is, and when we talk about the last 3 or 4 ends, there hasn't been any target for Jen to look at anyway. So Annie and Natalie have put bowls basically close enough on the line. There's been no target. Jan can't play her game that she likes to rake up through it. She's had no target to do that. So next door, I noticed that Lily and Katie won the end.
Yeah, they got a single.
So it's 8-12 after 9.
They've played 10 ends, I think, Gav.
Is it? I will fix that up.
Jan just runs under. I think Jan might need to try and just do something a little bit different kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whether she attacks early or gets Una to attack. She just drops short here.
But once again, the head's set up. Annie's got both bowls on the line. Natalie's has left a gap. There's really nothing to rake at. So when Jen would be really hoping that Una can get one. Look, she'd love one jack high, I think. Just give her something that she can feel like she can play at.
I don't think Una's playing well enough to do that at the moment. I think you've almost got to not sacrifice it, but
Yeah, just get Una to crack at it. Yeah,
Un-
do something. Yes.
Yeah, get Una to try and get up on that backhand, try and up underneath Jans and trail the jack, land the bowl. And she's going to get Una to try and draw. Hope Una can prove me wrong here and draw the shot.
Yeah, you've made a very good point, Tony. What you say, it's the last 5 ends, it's probably the last 7 or 8 out of 9. So things just aren't. You've got to change something.
Yeah, that one doesn't help. Kind of takes away the shot I was suggesting. Have to play it a fair bit firmer now. And then he's just dropping in and around. That's another good handy bowl.
Yeah, and he's definitely outplayed Una on these shorter ends. It's been a very good tactical move.
So I don't know if Una and Jan have got a few seconds here. They might have 2.
Yeah, so just a reminder from the camera angle, you're looking at a camera that's quite low, so it looks like those bowls at the bottom of the screen may be a lot closer than the ones that are at the front of the screen, but that's not necessarily the case. So it's definitely that closest orange and white are in the mix, but yes, after that, yeah, it could be a few of those darker bowls of Una and Jan's.
Natalie just going to drop inside the pack here. Coming back nicely. What a shot this is.
That's a great bowl. She's going to get right in behind as well, so no more target. Surprised Jan's going down on this hand. She does usually like that narrow hand with a bit of weight.
She's played it
Very well, but she's just going to be just through again. And pressure mounting, so she's going to be going to the mat here. Couple down at least. Backward against her. Probably covered for every possible multiple on the green.
And that's finishing a good home there for Natalie too.
Yep, split a possible 3 out there. Jan looks like she's just going to be drawing again. Got to be pretty precise here. And when you're 8 down with 7 to play, 6 after this, or she's close.
What a shot this is.
Jan Anlezark has played a bomb.
And she hasn't liked it. She threw her hands up.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you like it or not, as long as it counts, and that's what she's done. And she's look, she's still more shots down than ends to play. But if she'd missed that,
it was almost game over if she missed that.
It was going to be chasing pretty hard. So
it's a big shot and kind of thing. Gets them the mat back, Gav, which we spoke about. Change the length now, and
I haven't seen a signal about whether they're going to change anything much here. I think it's all going to be up to Una. I don't see. When Jan's standing fairly well back, whether that's her signal for her to go that far back or not, I'm not quite sure.
She's rolled the jack to where Jan was standing.
So, Matt right back. Jack, what is it, 1.5 meters shy of tee.
Yeah, Matt 2 metres up or so from the tee, so 3/4.
Big change. And a pretty decent start from Una.
Yeah, it's a handy bowl, that one.
1.5 meters through.
Annie looks pretty good here. I think it's better than pretty good.
Yeah, he's weighted it brilliantly.
It's a fantastic bowl, that one. I think Una's a bit tight here again.
At least she's up. She's given her skip a good chances there to move something later on. But the ascendancy is still with Annie. With this, and she's played something similar again. She runs in her own or just behind. Very, very good.
Yep, change the angles.
Next all, they've kicked a couple out for Katie and Lily. And that is the score, 2. So that's tightening up over there now. 7 ends to play, only 2 shots in it.
Yeah, and Katie and Lily have won the last 3 ends in that match too.
Just a reminder, we will be live streaming the final of this. This is the 2 semi-finals of the Club Maryland's women's major pairs. And the winners of these 2 games will be playing off this afternoon.
And Jan turns her back on that one straight away.
And at the moment, young Annie Teague and Natalie Lewis have their foot in the door for this final. A 7-shot lead with 6 ends to play.
Only takes 1 end though, Gav. If Jan and
Absolutely.
Una can get a 3 or a 4, then it's game right back on.
Exactly right.
Jan's a real competitor. She won't go away. What a shot this one is, Sam. Oh, sorry.
Natalie, yeah,
Natalie,
absolutely
yeah.
brilliant bowl.
I had Sam Teague in my mind. I was going to say something about Annie's mother.
Well, isn't she a good bowler in her own right? She's done some, probably only played a handful of games since she's been down here at Maryland and had some amazing results already.
Semi-final of the region singles.
Quarter-final of club singles.
Know where Annie gets her talent from.
I can sympathise with Sam being second best in your family. What about you, Tony? What, maybe third in your family, your mum and Natasha?
You need I'm probably on the third hand in my family.
Yeah. I do like that last bowl from Natalie. Obviously, Una and Jan have to get some sort of result this end. They're not going to draw the shot here to win the game. So they've got to do something. They've got those back right-hand bowls there. I think getting Una something similar to Jack High and just making that target for Jan to push through and trail that Jack back for 3 or 4 is the optimum result.
Yeah, well, wouldn't surprise me here if Una's trying to trail it herself, though.
The only thing is if Una does that twice and misses, you're almost looking at game over if you don't succeed. So you're right, that's what they've got Una to do.
Yeah, she's just overplayed it. She played the line she wanted to.
There's only a bowl and a half target, so this is great bowls from young Annie Teague and Natalie Lewis. I'm not sure what the call was, but if this gets in amongst those 3 back bowls, it would be perfect. It's a counter, Jack High, just behind.
Natalie did ask her to try and get to the back ones. So she dropped a metre or so short of where she was trying to, but 3rd shot counts, bit more pressure. This looks better speed from Una to try and trail it.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's going to be short. So pressure, huge pressure. Jan Anlezark, 7 shots down with 6 to play, 3 down as it stands on the rink. still options to make a count. So it's a big gamble. And he's going to crash, make another shot.
Pretty fortunate there. Hasn't increased the target.
So probably gamble time here from Jan. She's got a bit of a shelf, so if she's coming down with a touch of weight down there on her forehand, and it's a touch narrow, she can get that shelf off the 2 orange bowls. But ideally, she's looking for that jack back. Good yard, make 3 or 4. And if she does that, game on. If she misses on both, probably game over.
I'm trying hard here. Not going to get back in time, I don't think.
Well, it's another one in that area. So the score is still on. Natalie, pretty sure the signal there. She's just trying to get amongst those back 4 right.
Yep, she can
Split those.
split the 3 balls that are together kind of thing. If she can get into that little pocket. Not going to be a mile away from it.
Well, it's also going to count.
Yeah, it's 5. No, still no real target, and
Yeah,
even if she
the
lands that last one,
exactly.
it doesn't help.
I was going to say the good thing for Natalie is that that's actually 4th wood, so even sitting on that, she's still going to be 3 down, Jan. So it's almost all or nothing here.
And she's just trying to draw the shot here.
Yeah, she's not
gonna be
far
far.
away. That is a big bowl.
What a shot, Jan Anlezark.
Well, that's a game saver.
What a cracking shot.
1 down, but that's a game saver. Still in with a chance.
2 wins in a row. She's played an absolute blinder with her last one.
So Natalie still has last bowl.
I don't know whether she really should be trying too hard to make
Yeah,
the score.
I was thinking the same thing, Tony, but I suppose Jan's last bowl has blocked the jack from going back anyway. So there probably wasn't a huge amount of danger, but yeah, she's played this safe.
Get the 1, get the mat back.
Yes, it's 17-9, so that's 8 shots now with 3 to play. Oh, sorry, 5 to play. I'm not very good at counting.
Well, it was the 13th end we're doing, Gav, so you might have got the 3 from there. So will we see Annie try and throw the jack short again here?
Well, that's the tactics that worked so well for them so far, and these probably the last 5 ends. I think they've played as much as they can in that.
Yeah, she's done it pretty well again here. With 5 ends to go, the game's not over yet. But Jan and Una definitely need to do something a little bit different to try and get themselves in with a chance to win this game.
Yeah, look, they really need a couple of multiples in the next 3 ends.
Pretty good opening goal here from Una.
Yes, Jan will be liking that one. On the rink next door, it's last bowl for Chanel. I have no idea what's happening down there. I know that Chanel's got one very close.
Great shot there from Annie.
Once again, no target, so Una's going to be changing hands.
Yeah, surprised she changed. Like she just had to wait on the other hand with her first bowl.
Yeah, another one in the head would have been nice. Chanel's playing weight next door, so I would assume that means she's down.
Una a little bit quick there, but gets a pretty handy result.
Yeah, we've got a couple in amongst it, so it is one next door to Lily Kirk and Katie Astley. So as they change over here, we've got a one-shot difference on the rink next door with 6 to play.
No surprise that Katie's going to be last off, Gav.
She's very deliberate on the mat.
And Jan's pretty quick on the mat.
Yep. And Chanel, while she's not quick or slow on the mat, she's probably pretty moderate. She does ask a lot of questions, and she's very deliberate about knowing what's going on in the head.
Natalie, just be trying to get another close one here. Don't want to be leaving yourself too vulnerable in the head.
She's turned her back on it. I think her weight's very good. She's just going to cut across. Maybe a touch shy.
And Jan just be looking to get as close as she can to this shot orange bowl.
Not a horrible place to finish up, because at some stage you would think that the jack or that bowl has to move for the Jan to still be in the match.
Yeah, well, she might have been trying to land it with that speed.
Yeah.
Natalie looking for a seat.
And got it. Well, there's the target. How well does Jan try and play it? Right away.
Yep.
And with her bowls, that's got to be close
Needs to
or
hang
solid,
on.
just not the weight I thought she had. Next door, young Lily Kirk has got a little touch up. Holding shot.
Yeah.
Possibly. It's pretty close over there. So that is semi-final number 2. They got 6 ends to play. It's a one-shot lead to the mother and daughter combination of Kate Morgan and Chanel Chakouch over Lily Kirk and Katie Astley. And here on semi-final 1 live, we have Annabelle Teague and Natalie Lewis with an 8-shot lead with 5 to play against Annabelle and Jan Anlezark. And Annie has sort of split a couple of bowls at the back there.
Yeah, it just gives them a little bit more protection. Jan and Una still have the best 2 back ones. And Una gets another one past the head. Is she going to stay in bounds? And
Nope,
Jan's picked it up.
that up. So 2 options here in amongst it. Try and change it up is probably what I would think. Fallen short.
I think Una's got to play more weight if she's going to have a go at this. Trying to play that, I'll call it social weight kind of thing. Just trying to hope to land something. Very tough shot when the green's running this speed.
Yeah, I just don't know if Una's got that in her armoury. Plays probably most of her bowls up front apart from social bowls. But that definitely required a bit of weight through then.
Seeing the background go. We've got a bus here for the buffet upstairs.
Yes, so we usually get those from Wednesday onwards. Next door, I think I've seen about 4 touches already this end. That's in the battle for the other semi-final, 1 shot in at the moment. Natalie Lewis down on the forehand.
Pretty close again here.
Yep, no extra target here.
What a shot. Just dead draws
Oh.
at toucher.
And slightly in front. That's going to be very hard to change things up.
And Jan straight at this.
Close.
Needs
Got
to
the
hang
angle for
on.
the jack as well, and she
What a
has
shot.
killed it.
Great shot from Jan Anlezark there.
So they're going to throw the bowls back.
Yep. Just did enough to hang on to get that edge. Could that be the game shifter, Gav?
Well, they had to change something. I would have thought that sort of weight earlier. Didn't happen, but it's kept them in. And whether Una doesn't like playing that weight or hasn't practiced that weight, I think Jan's got to get her to do that earlier if we continue to see Annie nail it up front. So while they're getting back ready to go, this is the other semi-final. So the pink bowl, I think, is shot. That's Chanel.
Yeah, I don't know. Looking at it from where I am.
From live, yep. So the other bowl, the dark bowl, is Lily Kirk's.
Yeah.
So it's one shot to someone.
I think it might be the purple one.
Which is Lily, and I think there's about 4 touches in there, but none of them have stayed with it. So the jack's just been rolled in another rink. I'll switch across that in a second. We do have Kate Morgan's final bowl of the thirds coming down now. We'll finalise that one and switch across to the other rink. So this is Kate Morgan coming down now. Close for shots. That's just going to go through. And we'll switch across back to our live stream game where Annabelle Teague and Natalie Lewis have an 8-shot lead with 5 to play, and Annie has picked the weight brilliantly yet again on the very short end.
Yeah. She has played sensational since they've gone to their short ends. I was getting sick of watching Orange Bowls last weekend in the men's pairs, Gav.
You had your teammate with orange bowls and you had Uncle against you.
Yes, Uncle
Peter Harry.
He was absolutely dynamite. And a new set of bowls. He's had for about, I don't know, 6 months or more now, but...
Has he?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen him play with them.
Might even be 12 months that he's had him. He's just left him in the bag and... Yep. He's pulled him out after the after playing in the state over 40s and said he's just going to give him a little 3-6 month run and see how he likes him. And he's
Yeah, well, he's had him play with them. As we see Una, president of Club Maryland's Bowling, just getting in behind.
Yeah, the first end that Annie hasn't really nailed it for a few. Might give Jan a little bit of confidence here.
And look, whilst Annie hasn't nailed it, Tony, she's got 2 within a yard, and the way her opponents have been playing, it'd be difficult to drop multiples again from here, and that's the key for them at the moment. Just don't drop multiples. Natalie's almost a touch up.
Yeah, it's a great shot there from Nat.
Next door, they're measuring for shot.
So nothing had changed on the rink next door. It's a measure between the purple and the pink bowl that we showed you earlier.
Jan's close.
So I'm going to get up.
Just shy.
So it was 1 to Lily and Katie.
So that's 12 all next door.
As Natalie looks to repeat the first one, maybe add a foot of weight. Going to come late here again. 2 cracking bowls there from Natalie Lewis.
She's getting a grass so nice out in that wider hand out there, coming across nicely. A little bit of a target. I think Jan's got to play it now because surely she knows that Una is not that that type of player, and she hasn't done it. Looks like she was only playing draw weight too.
So Lily and Katie having a conversation over there. They've won 5 ends in a row there to get it back to 12 all.
Most of those would have been singles, I think, wouldn't it, Tony?
Yeah, 4 singles and a 2 in the middle.
That's the key to a lot of our new and younger bowls. Just hang in there, hang tough. Turn over the ends. Bowls in the head. So it looks like we've got a couple here to Natalie Lewis. And he's got another one in a good metre behind. So it's all in favour of Annie and Natalie Lewis here. Una's got to change something up, give Jan a chance.
Looks like she's trying to here. Is she going to get through this hole? Not quite. And he's just dropping a little bit short. Jan asking Una to hit her bowl, get the split, get both the white bowls out.
Well, if that happens, they could hold a few. Just don't know if she's got the weight to really change it up enough what they need.
She's changed it. She got the jack far enough. I think she may have. Great shot there from Annabelle. Natalie's just got to draw the shot here. If she gets a little touch, she makes 3 again and puts Jan under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, once again, there's just too many bowls in the head from Annie and Natalie for Jan to make a multiple apart from drawing a couple inside.
Yeah, the 2 orange balls in the centre of the screen, they're the 2 furthest back balls as well, so Jan can't even try and trail it for a score. Natalie just caught a little bit wide there.
Well, this is where Jan needs to nail it pretty close with this one and hopefully get a chance with the last one to make it 3. Put her back in the game. So with that jack off the line, as soon as you get out in that virgin territory out there on that particular hand, that's the ditch hand. It's a long way from the ditch, but that does not turn much out there once you get on that virgin territory. So it's only a metre off the line, but you can see both skips.
Well, to be fair, Natalie's bowl did get back to the centre line. It was really just her speed.
Yeah, well, you're true, yeah. She's played this well too.
Is she up? Oh, what a shot.
What do you reckon, Tony? She's got to kill it, doesn't she? Don't think she's trying to, though.
Well,
sit and stay. Slightest bit of jack. Shot bowl, slightest bit of jack could make a few.
Yeah, but she's not getting back from out there at the moment. Needs to hang around and get second.
Well, that was her closest bowler. She's just moved, so it actually could be a couple down. It is.
So it's 2 more there to Annie and Natalie. They now lead by 10.
10 with 4 to play. Semi-final next door is 12 all.
Yeah, been a very determined comeback there from Katie and Lily so far. When they dropped the 6 and then lost the next end over there, you'd thought that Chanel and Kate might have run away with the game, but they've dug deep.
Yeah, from what I've seen, that the key has been young Lily getting one of her first 2 bowls pretty close. And that's remained in the head every single time. So if she hasn't got shot with the first 2 bowls, she's set it up for them. So while we wait for things to happen there, I would like to switch across and show you what's going on the other rink. So the pink bowl is Chanel's, and the 2 darker bowls in the back right are Katie and Lily's bowls. Annabelle's just got a little touch and finished jack high, but we will stay on here as we see this bowl of Lily Kirk's come in.
Yeah, she's played it pretty well, Lily.
Yeah, as I said, Lily's first 2 bowls have been setting things up there so they can just play really tight bowls in the head, not have to play big weight or anything silly. They've been able to just play sensible bowls. Picking up ones is what they've been doing mainly. As we see another great opening. Oh, sorry, Lee. Oh, sorry. I won't say that because Annie's just gone through a bit and turned. I picked that pretty ordinary.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not, I think I've got 3 or 4 pretty poorly. So you're only changing hands again here. I'm not sure if that's the best way forward for...
Yeah, I don't know if that was a call from Jen or not, Tony. I didn't notice, but there was no reason to change. I'll quickly cut across the other rink next door. Once again, the pink bowl, that's Chanel's, and the closest darker bowls are all against us. So I'm not sure whether Chanel's got shot or not with the pink bowl.
I reckon Lily's got shot with a jack high one. And Natalie's got a well-weighted bowl. How's Jan's weight here?
Yeah, it's a pretty good start from Jan. Little touch-up.
What a great shot from Jan.
Very, very nice. But with 4 ends to play, 10 shots behind, got to be looking at probably multiples every end.
Yeah, well, they need 2.5 an end to force it to an extra end. Probably do need a 5 or a 6 to in one of the next couple of ends to give themselves that opportunity.
You might have noticed in that back right-hand corner the change on the rink next door. The players are in the way at the moment, so I'll come back to that one. But Katie changed up the head, but I think it went against them. So I believe it's now Chanel's got the shot with that bowl we saw before, as we see a nice counter there from Jan. I think.
Yeah, I'd back it in. Then kind of need to hope that Annie misses twice here and Una can put at least another one in there, make it 3, if not 4. Is Annie going to hang on here?
No, well, she's going to be tight. So there still is very good opportunity here. So does Una remain on her backhand? No, she's switching back to forehand. Well, that's on its way down. That's the situation on the other head. I believe the pink bowl is shot. The rest are against.
Good shot here from Una.
So that's another great shot from the team of Jan and Una.
This is what they need to do. don't think Annie's wide enough. If she's got dead weight, if she's got a yard or so, she might be okay.
She's just going to cut across again. So we are looking at, well, I think it's got to be close to 3 shots. Una be drawing for possibly 4 here.
Out on a similar line to her last effort.
Got good grass. Weight's looking good.
Just going just a touch, but
Not horrible, but it's
probably better. I think it's
a bit of a gap there, but it's not a very wide gap. Oh my goodness! So next door, Katie Astley has got rid of that pink bowl. So if I'm right,
it looks like quite a
possibly
handful
5 shots over there next door, with Chanel having last bowl. Back live on this rink, Annabelle Teague and Natalie Lewis. Natalie Lewis with her second last bowl.
Just going to come down to weight this one.
And it's 3 shots to the team that's trailing by 10. Annabelle and Jan Anlezark. Next door at the top of your screen, you can see Chanel coming through, getting the target. She stayed in amongst it.
She took a few out. Has Jan drawn another here? She has.
So that's 4. Next door, they've taken 1 shot out to Katie and Lily. Natalie's last bowl at the end. In a very good, comfortable position, 10 shots up. And that's what I was saying earlier about that hand. If you play a bit of weight, it holds. It's
so at least 4 here for Jan and Una.
And you would back Jan in for a 5th one. I didn't see a call next door.
2, I think I saw.
So that'll put
Katie in front.
Lily and Katie 2 shots in front of Chanel and Kate. And Jan has fallen a touch short. Is it enough to count?
Don't know. At least 4, could be as many as 6. It is 6.
It is 6. Wow.
What?
Game on.
Just the first ball of Jan there, getting that resting toucher, just changed the dynamics at the end, and we're now going to have a nail-biting finish.
10-shot lead has just been reduced to 4 shots with 3 to play. Game on.
And that 2 for Katie gets her 2 in front. 6 ends in a row, she's won. We have 2 come from behind victories here, Gavin.
Well, I think before everything started, I think most of us locals would have said that both these games were going to be close, and we have definitely seen that. So we expected some close games. We're getting them. This one was looking like a bit of a blowout. But we've seen some great bowls over the last couple of ends, especially last end to Annabelle, Jan Anlezark.
So I'll let Gav concentrate on the zooming here. He's just trying to do it nice and slowly.
Well, there's obviously an electrical problem. It is so slow at the moment. This is on full speed. The zoom, as we see Annie get a nice bowl in close.
So Zuna's first bowl was probably just about a yard past the jack.
Just coming into zoom there now.
And just a little bit quick again there, Una.
Next door, it's Kate Morgan who's got the better of the lead bowls. She's holding a couple as Annie's second bowl comes down as a counter.
Yeah, gets to her own, but still an opportunity here for Jan. Draws a little toucher, makes 3. She wants to run it in, make 3 and put Natalie under
pressure, yep. Speaking of touches, Katie's got one from next door to go from 2 down to 3 up. And Chanel's run through a good couple of metres. So, advantage Katie and Lily on the next one. Advantage Annie and Natalie on this particular rink.
Jan needs this one to stop.
Yeah, it's a
Great shot, Jan.
very good bowl. So Natalie won't be upset with any sort of weight past the jack in this situation. Still fairly much in control. 4 up with 3 to play. So
Doesn't want to slice it.
Despite dropping a 6, you would think that Natalie would still feel in control. Next door, Chanel's got a toucher and possibly still one down. That's in the top left-hand side of your screen.
And just looking to play the same bowl. It's done pretty similar.
Yeah.
Might have played it even better. 2 great shots there from Jan Anlezark.
Yeah, well, that's blocked any sort of draw type shot.
Natalie sticking, trying to draw it just around it.
Get a close bowl, get Annie to play a touch through, we'd be the goal.
What a shot this is.
I did say there was no draw shot there. Well, make a fool out of me. Great shot.
Well, if the jack wasn't there, she was probably inside it.
Yes.
That is an absolute cracking shot from Natalie Lewis. Jan's played 2 fantastic bowls and now finds herself 1 down. Can we see some magic from Una here?
Well,
little touch on Jan's bowl. Trail the jack 2 feet. And need heaps of weight with that line.
yeah, I do like the line with a bit more weight. Got everything behind.
Not a real good result there for Una pushing Annie's bowl.
If you're following the game next door, nothing much has changed since the last bit of commentary. It is very close for shot between Lily Kirk and Chanel Chakouch. And the skips are going to the mat for the last bowls as Annabelle Teague is going to fall just shy. And there's a decent funnel there. And Jan's got to call in on this. Any sort of movement, with Jan going to the head with any sort of change, surely she's going to be a lot happier.
Okay, so she's called in to play weight on the forehand through Annie's short one. Probably hoping that she misses under and gets to the jack. Will she get back?
Well, Jan's looking intently.
Might get. She's played this exactly what she was asked to do.
That's a pretty good result. Those back right hand bowls were sort of out of action because the white was blocking the jack from getting back there, but now there is that chance.
Yeah, so 2 down, but 3
3/3, I think, and the back bowls.
in good position too. And you're going to drop inside it. She has.
And next door, Chanel has just touched Lily's bowl, which was in a measure for shot, so and nothing's changed. So we have a couple of bowls left to go on that particular rink. We'll keep you updated and we'll switch across there as required. So this is the head, the two pink bowls. Chanel Chakouch, the bowl coming in is Katie Astley running into
What
her
a shot,
teammate
Katie.
Lily Kirks, and that's probably 2 shots there for Lily and Katie.
Jan, play big weight here, trying to get both bowls, both the orange
she's
and the white one
close.
out.
She's
Oh,
close
what
for
a
the
shot.
results. Oh,
How's she still 2 down?
yeah. Gee, she couldn't have played that much better.
I don't know how she's still 2 down after that, Gav.
Don't know how much better she could have played that. That's just unlucky. So you're not missing out on anything next door. Chanel's coming down to have a look at the head as we see Natalie draw another one in amongst it. So 4 down on the board, 3 to play. Jan Anlezark.
Well, I think she's just got to go back and draw the shot now. She's played 2 cracking draw shots already this end. Asking a couple of questions.
In the background you can see Chanel coming back to the mat. So we will swing across there if it doesn't interfere with play on this one.
Yeah, Jan coming
Jan's
up to have
coming
a
up
look.
now, so we might be able to get both of these live. So this is the story next door. The dark bowl near the jack is Katie Astley's, and the purple one to the left of the jack is Lily. So that's the 2 teammates, probably holding 2 shots with the Chanel holding the next 2. The bowl is just being released by Chanel. You'll see she's playing a fair bit of weight.
If she gets a jack, she needs it to go a fair way.
See it coming into view now. Oh, she's close. Oh, she's got the gap. And I think we'll find that as 2.
Yeah,
Pretty sure that was 2.
Another 2 to Katie and Chanel. They now lead by 4 with 3 to play. For the difference with 3 to play on both rinks as Jan is walking back to the mat here.
Well, I think that's the first time we've seen Jan come to the head. And it's a very, very important bowl in the context of this game. She's been very unlucky on this particular end to not be holding multiples. I don't know if you saw any signal, Tony, but I believe she's just going to be trying to get the 1.
I think so.
Don't think there's much else on.
But reading what Una was doing, I think Una said it might have been a measure for shot.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so just reminding our viewers, like, the angles that you see on the screen are very different. As we see Jan, she's going to go through that gap. Couldn't have played that much better.
I'm surprised that Nat's not on the forehand here.
Yeah, sit that bowl for 4, you would,
Yeah.
I think, is an option. Inside at the count.
So she hasn't done anything with this one, so they've taken 2 out. So they're measuring for 3rd and maybe 4th.
Next door, Lily Kirk's got a little toucher.
Is that chalk on Kate's bowl as well, Gav?
I think it is too. I didn't see her bowl it, but I think it may well have been off the line. So you can see that in the top left-hand corner of your screen there now. Kate's going to come a little bit tight there. So just a reminder, the winner of these 2 games, as we said, it's a 2-shot to Annabelle and Natalie. Takes them to 21-15, 6 shots up, 2 to play. Two winners will play off this afternoon. So we're probably looking at a 1 o'clock start. If the players are ready, we will go earlier, so make sure you've got your notifications on for the live streaming from Maryland's Magic YouTube. Next door, Katie Astley's drawn Well, possibly a second shot. I might have gone a little bit tight.
Annie trying to throw these short ones. I don't know if she's got this one up. Nope.
Throwing it back.
So an opportunity here for Una to throw her length.
I would assume it'll be a little bit longer. No, not really. Not much.
No. Just that 3/4 length halfway up the line. Annie very eager to get on with it there. Just took a step back kind of thing. Miss Jen was still centering the jack. Might be one for the coaching book there, Gav. Just not try to rush through it when you've she's lost the jack and probably eager to try and play a good one.
It's one of those cases of do as I say, not as I do, because I'll do that too. The jack will be down. I know they've got to send it. I know where it's going to be, and I'll throw it down too. But yeah, I need to relax as well. But yes, it's especially these last couple of ends. You can't afford to waste a bowl at this stage of a game, let alone any stage of the game. To be honest.
Good opening bell there from Una. So 6 the difference, 2 to play. Annie urging this one to run all the way up.
Yep, doesn't need shot even if it is. It's just got to have bowls in the head here. 6 shots up, 2 to play.
Yeah, drop a 1 or a 2 here.
Next door, Kate Morgan, at least 1 down, probably 2 or more, has got a little toucher. Her and Chanel, 4 shots down.
And is she going to get the jack to her own?
Very good shot from
She
Annabelle.
has. Not going away, Una and Jan.
As I swap ends, I'll switch across here so you can see the jack on the left-hand side of Katie's leg. The bowl just on the inside of Katie's leg, that is Kate Morgan's bowl. That is the shot. So they're going to do the challenge over there as well now. That'll be the skips playing the last 4 bowls on that end. It's a 4-shot lead to Kirk and Astley over Morgan and Chakouch. But it is 1 shot to Kate Morgan and Chanel.
Natalie Lewis, this looks really good. Just run through. Thought it had better speed than that, Gav.
Yeah, look, I thought so too. It's probably speeding up again now.
I don't know if I just expected her to draw the shot. The last few ends when she's been under the pump, she's drawn it cold kind of thing.
Yep.
Jen needs to miss the
She's
orange.
not going to get around. Top right hand corner of your screen, that's the other semi-final.
And Natalie just pushed this one through again. Jen just trying to draw on the backhand, miss the orange.
Well, she got it on the first bowl and she's going to get it on a second bowl as well.
Oh no.
Unlucky.
Well, not probably the worst result. Gives them a chance to attack at least.
Correct. So I've swapped over here. This is the last bowl from Katie Astley on the rink next door. So it's 1 shot to Kate Morgan with her daughter Chanel Chakouch, holding 1. This is the last bowl coming down from Chanel as the skips cross over on the rink next door. It is a 4-shot lead to Kirk and Astley.
Just drops short as
And it will
they
be...
finally have got off the 12, Gav.
It's been a while. How many ends is that? 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ends in a row they've lost. Now they're on lucky 13.
Lucky for them, hopefully.
Annabelle Teague.
Annie has tucked it away.
That's a cracking shot there. This is going to make it very hard now for Jan and Una.
All the back bowls are against them.
Yeah, got to try and manufacture something here. If she can get up through her own bowl, it's a yard in front of the jack. Get it up through one of the orange ones. It gives them a chance, but I think he's just trying to draw.
Yeah, when you two ends of the go, you got to average 2 threes. Had to play that sort of weight.
Just
look for chances.
Got to get up through the front ones and change some angles and give him a chance to score.
Kate Morgan's drawn jack high next door. Probably a couple of foot narrow though. So 2 ends to play on both these rinks. I think the call is for a draw from Jan. I just don't know if that's the right thing at this stage.
Maybe she's content with one and back herself to get a 5 on the last.
Yeah. And that's the danger, just trying to draw. You pull up shy. It's probably framed it a little bit for Jen to get through that gap and move something, but she's got only the very best backwood. So off the screen down below, she's got the very best backwood. Everything else around it, the whites and the oranges are against her. She's looking on the other hand there.
Yeah. Well, she's got to be up through it and then hope kind of thing that she can get a result. She played 2 really good bowls. She can possibly score a 3. But she needs a lot of things to go her way.
Yeah.
And he's just given Natalie jack high. Looks to be on a pretty good line, this one. Gonna get past the pack. Oh, another one thereabouts.
So it looks like Jan's looking at this forehand. Just assume she's got to play big weight there, run into...
Probably, yeah, if she can get
Annie's orange one, she could take out a couple of the orange ones.
yeah,
And
get the split on the bowl with the bowl underneath it. See what happens here.
And the heads.
Needs solid connection. Whoa.
Not horrible.
They've got a chance now. And one of the bowls got disturbed next door as well. So as Natalie could, if she can trail the jack here, she could almost put it lights out.
Yeah, well, I think that's what I'd be playing. It's looking like a draw shot there with Annie putting a foot jack high. Well, next door, it's probably 3 shots to Chanel and her mum, Kate Morgan, but the closest bowl is nearly a metre away. So I'll just quickly show you what's going on over there.
Yeah, plenty of room there.
That's Katie's bowl coming in the last bowl. That's well over 2 metres short. So plenty of room. So we've got the leads going back to play their last 2 bowls. Plenty of room for both sides there, but as it stands, 3-shot lead to Lily Kirk and Katie Astley. But on the green, it's 3 shots to Kate Morgan and Chanel Chakouch. So live scoreboard, 16 all. You haven't missed out anything over on this rink. It's Jan having a bit of a look around of what's going on.
Yeah, she does have the best back bowl, Jan. So she can run the jack in the ditch for 2. So in the bottom left of the screen now you can see it. So it's got to get it pretty perfect for that to happen. I think dead end would be her best result.
I think she's going to be under. Oh, she might get a nice feather. Feather.
Not quite. So there's another one to Annie and Nat. So they lead by 7 going into the last end.
And next door, Kate Morgan has just drawn that closest bowl. So it's 4 shots to them as Lily Kirk goes 1.5 metres through. Or just over 1 metre probably. So we'll probably focus on this rink for a bit, and we'll get back to the other one. Reminder that on that, what has been our live stream rink, it is a 7-shot lead playing the last end, and as you can see there, the green bowls, Kate Morgan's, the pink one's Chanel, mother and daughter, holding at least 3, possibly 4. The purple one, just below the jack there, is the closest bowl for Lily Kirk and Katie Astley. So going to the mat for the skips. Live scoreboard, it's either tied up or a 1-shot lead to Kate and Chanel. So as I said, we'll stick with this particular semi-final. You can see in the top right-hand corner of the scoreboard for what was our original live stream game. Annabelle Teague and Natalie Lewis have a 7-shot lead playing the last end against Annabelle and Jan Anlezark. This is what you're seeing right now is the scoreboard on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. It's a 3-shot lead with 2 ends to play. And live, it is at least 3 shots to the mother and daughter, who are 3 shots behind on the scoreboard. Make that at least 4.
Yeah, big pressure bowl here. She's got 2 left,
Yeah,
Katie.
Katie's got 2 bowls left. Chanel's got 1.
I think Katie went to the toilet, so she's just coming back now. So Annie's holding 2 at the moment. Una's playing her second of her leads bowls. Jan urging it in. Una's probably drawn the shot, and her first one being best back. Probably going to make it hard for them to score 7.
So that's the head that Tony's talking about. The dark bowls of Una's, they require 7. So flicking across, Katie Astley has done nothing to change the head over there. The way it stands, with 1 bowl left from each skip, there will be another lead change after 7 ends in a row from Lily Kirk and Katie Astley. Kate Morgan and Chanel Chakouch grabbing a couple of shots to keep themselves in touch. And now 1 bowl each from the skips. 2 ends to play. This is back to the other rink now. Unfortunately for Jan, she's knocked up.
Yeah, Natalie was a couple of metres short there, and Jan's just run into it.
So the dark bowls, the greeny ones and the more black looking ones at the top of the screen, that's Una and Jan. They're 7 behind, so they've got to get 7 shots from that particular position to force an extra end. So I would think they would start looking at moving things soon. I'm going to quickly just duck back. This is the live head as Chanel goes to the mat. While she's moving back, we'll get back to Jan Anlezark, looking to make a 7 with the dark bowls, and she's going to actually falls short, so it's making her job a little bit harder.
Yeah, they've just got to try and kill it
Kill
now.
it from now, yep. Give themselves 4 chances at it, I would think. Chanel's bowler's on the way. It's going to come into the camera right now. She's already holding at least 3, probably 4. Possibly 5, and that's probably in the count as well.
Yeah.
So this is the final bowl of the end. We're looking at least a 5-shot turnaround here, but there's so many bowls to sit on. Katie's last 2 bowls have been very short.
I don't think she's short with this one.
No. She's going to have to look for luck to run into something here. And she's got the gap. So we're looking at a huge change around here. I don't think I can count that high.
Well, I've heard that in a grand final before.
There's 6.
And 7.
7 shots. That is crazy on the second end, and that is what is required on this particular ink.
So yeah, Una really needs to be trying to kill this end to give them any chance. And she's just drawing up there. Not sure.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on there.
Yeah, I think they might have just given up on that
yeah,
one.
you may as well just pick the mat up and walk away if you're not going to have a crack. Surely Una's going to be trying to kill things here.
Well, Jan, yeah, she would be very surprised if she was not trying to kill it.
Well, really hasn't changed anything for Jan. Well, she is looking down on the forehand. Nah, not sure what's going on here, Tony.
Yeah, just...
She does know it's 18 ends, not 21.
Yeah, well, we did make that known to all the players before they started, reminded them of the change from previous years.
So Natalie Lewis's last bowl is coming down now. It'll be in the screenshot here now. Well, not sure what's going on, but it'll be lunchtime now for young Annabelle Teague and Natalie Lewis. They're shaking hands now, so that will be our first finalist for this afternoon. I will switch across now. We have one end to play on this particular rink. This is the scoreboard down the bottom left hand side of your screen.
So they're playing the last end in this game.
And after a 7 last end, Kate Morgan and Chanel Chakouch have got themselves not only back in the game, but well and truly in a position of superiority. So 4 shots required here from Katie and Lily to force an extra end. It is 1 shot to Lily. That's the purple one to the left of the jack. But the next two belong to the leaders, Kate Morgan and Chanel Chakouch. Katie finishing a couple of metres in behind.
So Chanel and Kate have only won 7 of the 17 ends.
Yeah, right.
But
They have a 4-shot lead.
And they've picked up a 7, a 6, a 3, and 4 singles. And of the 10 ends they've lost, it was 6 singles, 3 twos, and a 4.
Yeah, they did well when they lost those 7 ends in a row. Most of them were singles, so they've been able to work themselves, hang in there, and then a 7 on the second last end where there was a very large amount of room to draw in. Could come back to haunt Katie and Lily. Well, that one's not going to change anything either. What it does do is put 2 bowls together for them, a couple of metres behind.
Yeah, so there is a chance for Katie to trail it for 4. Chanel asking her mum to put it there to stop that trail. Will she listen to her daughter?
Well, funny you should say that. I was talking to Kate this morning before the game, and Chanel was not listening to her last weekend. And apparently that cost them 5 shots, so always good playing with family.
Well, she definitely didn't listen to her there because she was asked to be heavy and wide and she was short and narrow.
Yeah, and look, Lily's too narrow here as well.
She had good speed for the shot there,
yes.
Lily.
Yep.
Very good speed.
Yeah, I think she was going to match those back bowls. So for Chanel now, it's just a matter of, cover. I wouldn't mind seeing her just try and trail it out of the way so they take the kill out of the way. A trail gives a 3, but that's irrelevant. But a trail would then take the kill out of play.
If she can play a yard, try and trail at a yard kind of thing, just make it a lot harder for Katie to give her that bit of less room. But I suppose
agree. She's just doing what she's called her mum on.
But she did run into Lily's bowl. She could have made it easier, but that's a fantastic shot.
Yeah, I think it's only a kill on now.
Yeah, if she can get off Lily's bowl and get the jack out sideways kind of thing, could still get...
Could be a 3 there, but a very widespread 3 with Chanel with 1 bowl to come.
If she gets off Lily's bowl onto the jack and out towards where Kate's standing, they've got 3 there waiting, so there's a chance for to make the 3 or 4.
So that's another angle of the head, as Katie's playing weight but not driving. We'll just switch back to that other camera angle now. So the green bowls, Kate Morgan's, the pink one Chanel, so they're holding at least a couple.
Could it be 5? Could they nearly win this game by double figures?
Which would be amazing. So as we see Chanel cover that back pocket there, which is what they were trying to do a little bit earlier. Look, surely Katie's got another option, but to release the beast, have a crack at it.
Yeah, I can't see a 4 here. Lily's having a good look, try and find a spot where they've... could possibly make it.
Look, there's a place where the jack will make a good 3, but I can't see Katie's bowl following it for the 4. Katie's looking at the forehand there by that
Well,
signal.
If she gets the split on the two orange balls in the front, she might get the bowl that's jack high. She might run through and get the other split and get the other two, which gives her 4 if she stays. But if she runs through and gets the back pink one as well, there's 6 or 7.
Well, I think that's plan B. Like, if you go for that, you're looking also to get the something onto the jack for the kill.
I think that's the go.
Yeah.
I think you got to try and kill it from here.
If she misses the jack, she wants to miss to the right of the line, forehand-wise. The closest green bowl that's short, get that onto the jack and kill it. Not much to think about here, I don't think.
Yeah, pretty simple. Just try and kill it. If you're a bowl wide, you got chances. I think she's going backhand.
I'll stay on this angle. It's out of her hand now. It's very, very quick. She likes it.
She's nosed
And
the
she's
jack,
hit the jack.
and it's stayed in.
Shaking hands, so the jack stayed in bounds.
So we'll be back in about half an hour, 40 minutes. Gav?
Yeah, I would think that Kate and Chanel probably want half an hour break, grab himself a bit of a feed. So, yeah, put your notifications on. We'll be having the final here this afternoon. It's going to be Annabelle Teague, Natalie Lewis up against Kate Morgan and Chanel Chakouch. Probably about 30 to 40 minutes. We'll see you then.
See you guys. Thanks.